Hannah, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's hot over here in Houston, so yeah, just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, all Texas is hot right now, right?
All Texas, yeah, it's just burning. We're gonna reach like over here we do Fahrenheit, so we're like gonna hit hundreds, so like upper 30s Celsius.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know Celsius really well?
More or less. I've been using Celsius for the past like 2 years for my students because everyone else uses Celsius. I'm like, wait a second, let me check on my computer. On my computer already set up with Celsius, so I just easily reference it as 33 right now.
Uh, it's been taking me like a long time trying to learn Celsius because the same I grew up in the United States, so using Fahrenheit all day, and it's so weird.
Yeah.
You step out of the United States, however, everybody just uses a different metric system for everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, gotta get used to it.
I always ask myself, like, what did the founding fathers of the United States think about when they were like deciding the metric system? Like, what could they? What was the point?
For real, because all the other countries, they're like, yo, like the centimeters and the meters, the system works way better. It just makes so much more sense. How are we like, oh, 12 equals 1 foot, 12 inches in 1 foot. And then I don't even know how many feet are in a mile. I didn't like lost that information.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, because here's like one centimeter, and then you have like 100 centimeters is a meter, right?
Yeah. Easy. Easy. Yeah.
Like 1,000 meters is a kilometer. It's
That's right. It makes sense.
not easy to remember.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Yeah.
right now you're in Houston. Are you from Houston?
Born and raised, always lived here my whole life. And we got so much diversity here. And I since I lived here my whole life, I thought the diversity was so normal that when I went to a small town in Georgia called Blairsville, it was just pure old white people. And I'm white, but like I just look at everyone else and it's just old white people. I felt out of place, even though I'm white. I
Yeah,
felt like an alien in that city. Or that's not a city, it was a town.
yeah,
And I was just like, what is th Whoa, it opened my mind totally. And I really realized like Houston is so diverse. It didn't come to my mind. I didn't realize that.
yeah. I think all of Texas, right? All those big cities in Texas has a lot of different people from different countries.
Mm, have you been to Texas?
No, I never been to Texas, but I have students in Houston and Dallas, well,
Uh,
Austin. So they tell me like, there are a lot of Latinos, a lot of Puerto Ricans, a lot of Mexicans, Salvadorans, and white and
yeah.
that's cool. That's really
Yeah. Because the living here is so much better compared to like Los Angeles and New York, like the m money wise.
yeah,
And quality is better. You get a bigger house for the same money
yeah.
and nice backyard and all that. So it's really attractive. They say Austin is the LA of Texas, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any plans of moving out of Houston?
To be honest, no. Like, no. We have our problems for sure. Like, Houston is number one in the country for sex trafficking. So that's scary. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's definitely scary. But I don't leave my house. But that's normal for me because
yeah,
I've always lived. I don't know when they started bringing up the sex trafficking thing. I don't know how long it's actually been a real problem, but they've been talking more about it in the past few years. But the thing is like we've always had crime, like pretty high, like decently high crime. However, sometimes I'm like, well, is the news just actually just, scaring me a little bit because I've never heard a gunshot in my life. We have homicides. That's no joke. But like, you know, sometimes I feel like they really push that so hard that it makes you feel like, oh, terrified to the max, you know?
yeah. What's that word? Is fear mongering? In that,
Mm-hmm.
I can't forgot that word. Fear mongering. I think that's what they're doing.
Excuse me.
Don't worry, don't worry.
You're right. Fear mongering. Sorry,
Oh, take your time. Take your time.
fear mongering is a great term. People are using that a lot nowadays,
Mm.
just spreading fear on purpose and to like influence people. Because really, it's just, at least the way I see it, it's like a business for them. These media companies, it's like it's not a service anymore. The back in the day, the news used to be a service and it was not biased at all. And now it's just definitely only showing one part of the story. And I know this for a fact because I've had friends who were involved in some of the actual news, and they would tell me what happened there from their firsthand experience. And then I would compare that to what I heard on the news. And I'm like, oh, they didn't talk about XYZ. Like, because my friend literally told me there was this, that. They didn't say that on the news. Why are they not saying that?
They're just like giving one side of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, because if they give the whole story, then we're gonna be like, oh, that's why. And then it's not as exciting anymore. It's all clickbait and it's just trying to reel you in to become so engaged in that news. So that's really all it is.
True, true, true. Well,
Yeah.
and I think more people are becoming aware of that, right? It-
Mm-hmm.
One always,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
true. Thankfully. But then, nowadays, like with, everyone talks about AI. It's becoming so exhausting to talk about AI, to be honest.
yeah.
But I saw videos of them with actual like news reporters. It looks like a news reporter, and they're saying some things that never happened and never ever happened. It was just AI generated. And so, like, I tell my mom all the time. She's like, "Oh, Hannah, look at this, look at that, look at this." I'm like, "Mom, wait a second. Look at this. You see that little detail? You see how the hand is not really like a hand? Look at the way it moves or whatever it is." I'm like, "That's not real. That's AI." And I have
And,
to like
and we're
train
lucky that
her.
we're aware of that because older generations, like they don't pay attention to the little details and they believe everything they see. If it's
Yeah.
real, it's real. But no, nowadays you can't trust it.
No, and it's like, what do we believe? We don't know what to believe. And that's why, like, we're so impatient, That's another thing. We just want to get to the thing, get to the result, and we don't read anymore. Like, we don't read a book. We don't take our time to do the research, like critical thinking. We're not looking at multiple sources. We're not like, hey, wait a second, let me look further into this. No, no, I don't see that.
That's
Yeah.
so true. That's so true. All right. Well,
Mm.
you told me that you're learning Mandarin and
That's
Spanish.
right.
Are
Yeah.
there any other languages you're learning, or just those two?
Just those two. I get people all the time telling me, "Oh, Hannah, you should learn Portuguese. You should learn Italian because it's so much similar to Spanish. Why are you learning Mandarin?" Like it's so crazy. Like that's such a difficult language. We're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "But do you know how many people speak Mandarin?" And it's the utility for me that really makes it so awesome that I can communicate with such a huge portion of the world. And it's fun because like Mandarin Chinese is a lot of people see it as a super challenging language. And if I, as an English teacher, am able to master a difficult language, it's kind of like a proof that my methods work because I use the same methods that I use with my students on myself.
Yeah.
So
Living.
really drilling into Mandarin.
Okay, okay. When did you start learning Mandarin?
I started in September 2021 when I started teaching English officially. Um, but it's just started off on Duolingo, like very light. I actually was recommended to learn it by my mentor because she was like, "Oh yeah, you can learn the basics. Just learn the basics. No need to like worry too much about it." She told me to learn Mandarin and Japanese and Korean at the same time. I couldn't do that. That was crazy. She was out of her mind. I'm like, "I'll try it, but you're wacko. I cannot. I don't know if like what you think I am." So, yeah, I just stuck with Mandarin.
You say you have a mentor. What does your mentor do? Like, how does he or she mentor you?
Oh yeah, so back then, actually she's not my mentor anymore because now she's raising her kids, but back then like I joined a platform for teaching English, and that platform has this kind of system for mentoring so that like they can kind of coach you on how to be successful on that platform. And so she would walk me through like some tips and tricks of how to like get a stable income and how to build that up quicker. Um, so that was nice. Yeah, just to get kick started. So she was my mentor for like a year. Yeah.
Got you, got you. Okay, you told me you started teaching English in September 2000,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Okay, okay. Why? Why did you decide to teach English?
Okay. So everyone knows about COVID. Everyone talks about COVID and it just changed everyone's life. Yeah, the same thing happened to me. At the time, I had graduated high school and I needed a job because the thing is like college is not cheap. So, I'm getting started with college. I applied to a bunch of like places around my house, like the grocery store, the bank, even a pet daycare, all these sorts of things and even the Amazon warehouse. And like each one of those, it was just either a rejection or no response when I applied to those jobs. I was getting so frustrated. Like, what do I do? What do I do? So my mom, she was like, you know what? I have a friend who her daughter quit engineering and she's teaching English and she's in Prague. She's traveling with her boyfriend and she's really comfortable. I'm like, whoa, okay. Let's look into that. Let's see what's going on over here. So she asked her friend, "Hey, can you send me over the links? 'Cause Hannah needs a job. Like, we need something." Sends the links to like get the certification, and so I'm like, okay, I'll get the certification. I'll pay for it. It was like, $1,500 or something like that to get the certification. And it was great. I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. I think it might be a little bit boring, but it is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do. So then the part of the certification is like you have to do practicum. It's like I forget how many hours, but you have to like do some unpaid teaching to kind of practice that. So I taught this girl in Taiwan and it was online. It was on Skype. And I had the whole thing prepared. I had the presentation. I used like really dynamic, like transitions and everything. I was like, I want to make this good. I spent like 3 hours on to make that lesson,
Yeah,
just for like a 1 hour lesson. And like I teach her, and she's answering the questions and everything. And by the end of it, she shows like a lot of appreciation. Her face was lit up. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much," and blah blah blah. And when we logged off, I just could feel this rush of joy because I was like, "Oh my God, this is great." Like I just helped her out. And she was like, "I had never had a class like this." I'm like, "Let's go. This is awesome." And you know what? It didn't even start there because I remember that feeling back when I was in high school. Like I was helping people um with math class, with math homework and stuff like that. And they would come to me instead of the teacher. I
yeah.
just loved being able to explain things that were like they were complicated, but in a simple way. So
Yeah.
that was really cool. Yeah, it all started from there.
Wow.
Yeah. And I just fell in love with it. It started as a necessity, turned into passion. It was like the dream kind of situation. So it's like, wow, feels wonderful.
Like a movie.
Yeah. Like a movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Wow, the same thing happened. to me. Like I was not expecting to become an English teacher. Like as a kid, I never imagined myself teaching. I was like, being a teacher, ew. But now, as an adult, like, wow, this is pretty cool. You know, I'm helping people out, and like you said, like, seeing somebody like learn and be grateful, and for them, like you teaching them something could change their life. I think that's so cool. It's like,
Yeah, right? What were you gonna be like before teaching? Did you have any idea?
you know, um, as a kid, I wanted to grow up and be in the army. I wanted to be in the Air Force. You-
Whoa.
But they were like, I don't think that's a good idea for you because you're not a citizen, a U.S. citizen.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. I can't be the Air Force.
Darn
So,
it.
well, I thought about some other options. I wanted to be a doctor too, and I started taking like all the medical classes in high school, like health science one, health science two. But when I went to go apply at colleges, they were like, no, I mean, you could take the courses, you could take the class, you can go to all the classes during the semesters, but we're not going to be able to give you like the degree because
Mm.
there was something wrong. Like, because I wasn't a U.S. citizen, I couldn't, like, well, what's the point? I'm not going to waste my time, just giving you money and not be able to like do something with what I should study. So,
Uh,
while I was living in the United States as an adult, 18, 19, 20 years old, I was working in construction. And,
mm.
I was starting from the bottom. I was like an apprentice. Then I finally like started getting like my own jobs. And I wanted to keep growing because my dad had a small group of people working with him. He's a contractor. So I was working,
Oh,
but then I had to come to Mexico. And then here I was like, what can I do here? And I started
uh,
working as a waiter, and then I worked at this English school, then another English school. Then COVID hit, and everything got shut down. Right, obviously everything got shut down. Like the schools got shut down, malls, stores, like a lot of businesses, went broke. So
yeah.
the school lost half of their students, and I wasn't having any more income. So,
Wow.
well, hmm, I guess I'm gonna become a YouTuber. And I started posting stuff about teaching English on YouTube,
Wow.
part YouTube. I was like, well, I'm gonna try this on Facebook too. So I was posting on YouTube and Facebook. And on Facebook,
Wow.
I'm starting to get a lot of messages. Hey, like, do you give classes? Do you give online classes? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't give classes. And then I was posting more consistently, and it got to a point where I was receiving so many messages about if I gave classes or not that I was like, you know what?
Wow.
I do give classes online now. So I'm just the group, and it was so cool. I opened up my first group, and it made me feel so good that I could do this by myself. I don't need to work for a school
Wow.
to do this. And I'll never forget like that first group that I opened. Like what I made with one group, I used to make like given like 8 or 9 groups at that school. So it was like big
Wow.
turning point for me. Wow, this could be big. What if I had like 5, 6, 7, or 8 groups like at that moment?
Wow.
It was
Ah,
nice. Yeah.
jeez. How long did it take for your YouTube to pop off, or YouTube and Facebook?
My YouTube is still pretty dead. I don't even have 10,000 followers yet. I have like 9,000.
Uh,
Facebook
yeah.
got like 80, and I've been working on this since 2020.
Yeah. Wow. And you still got messages. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, good for you.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
you know a little bit of Spanish too, right?
Así es, la verdad que sí. Gracias a mi mamá. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It sounds like Mexican Spanish, right?
I sometimes the Mexican comes out and sometimes it's just like nothing, like just a standard accent. Some And then I was binge watching like or not binge watching, but I watched a creator like Silvana Araujo, and she's a fitness trainer in Colombia. So I watched a lot of her videos at one point, and then I started getting a Colombian accent. And one person told me, I was like, wait, hold on. I need my Mexican accent back. So
Okay. You said thanks to your mama. Does she know Spanish? Is she Latina?
yeah, she grew up in Mexico. She came here when she was 29. Yeah. Yeah, Mexico City. Come over here, got married, and now we're here.
So you're half white, half Mexican.
Okay, so this is the thing that I always get run into is that actually she is my adoptive mom.
Oh,
Yeah. So technically I don't have Mexican blood, but she has been taking care of me for so long. She's like my mom. I feel like I'm Mexican, even though technically I'm not. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
say your whole life you've been like, oh, conscious about Mexican culture.
Yeah, because you know what? Like pretty much I started living here when I was 7, right? So like she was very open like to involve me in the video chats with her mom, which immediately became my abuelita.
Uh,
So, it was so sweet. Like I know zero Spanish, but she would say, "Ah, ven aquí." Like talk to your abuelita. I was like, "Oh, okay." Like what do I say? I was so nervous. She's like, dile gracias. I'm like, oh, gracias. I don't know why I'm saying thank you, but okay. She said, she would say all these words, all these beautiful things that now I know what she's saying, of course. Like, and she's so poetic, she's of that generation that, puts like flowers and all this to her speaking to make her compliments so full of like elaboration and all that. And now that I know, I'm like, wow. I can't believe I couldn't understand back then. I wish I did because that's so sweet. So, and so, yeah, but back then, um, getting involved with those video chats for the birthdays, for the Christmas or whatever, um, that was so sweet. And also, later on, it's like, I don't know when it started, but I feel like there was a boom in the Hispanic population here. Either that or my mom just started finding a bunch of Hispanic friends. Yeah, because like before she had a bunch of white friends. She lived in a neighborhood with like just, white people and she made friends with white people. But like she worked at a dance studio that I also danced at, and that dance studio was owned by her friends who were from Mexico. So naturally, yeah, there was a lot of parents who were also Mexican or, Hispanic. Yeah. And yeah, so even my mom is still friends with one of those moms. And yeah, pretty much all her circle right now is Spanish speakers. So I got a lot of chances to interact with them, have conversation in Spanish here and there. Yeah.
that's so cool. That's so cool. Wh-
Mm.
What would you say is your favorite Mexican food?
Mm. Ay. Chilaquiles.
What?
Chilaquiles. I think the chilaquiles. Yeah. Or, ay, it's so hard. Cause like, ay, al pastor. Tacos al pastor también. Yeah.
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 Um,
So good. Ay, ya me antoja. I already feel like I want to eat it now.
have you ever been to Mexico?
Never. That's the thing. Like, I have not been to Mexico yet, but my brother has just gone. He went to Cabo San Lucas. And so, I'm so jealous. I'm
Yes.
so jealous.
No,
Yeah, it looks so amazing.
if you get the chance, I think you should go to Mexico City. I think you would love that place. It's just
Yeah.
so many things to do there.
Yeah. Like, my abuelitos, they live in Morelia. And so we were thinking of like in October to go there to see the butterflies, like the monarchs.
Mm.
And that'd be so great. I think that'd be awesome. I hope that they're still there. I watched a documentary about how they're like some environmental thing happening and the it's kind of damaging the mariposas. I already forgot the butterflies in English. I was in my Spanish brain for a second right there. Um, I hope there's still like so many because seeing those videos is amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you'll see a lot. It's a big thing here too. Really, really big.
Mm,
'Cause-
mm.
So
So
you,
you're based in Mexico City right now. You're in
oh,
Mexico City.
I'm in Acapulco.
Ah,
Acapulco.
Acapulco, qué padre. Yo tengo mis tíos allá. I have
Really?
my uncles there. My uncle and my aunt live there. They have
Uh,
a condominio. They have a condo. Yeah.
well, they probably didn't live near me. I live on the condo side of Acapulco, because they're like three different zones in Acapulco, like traditional zone, I think it's like gold zone and then like diamond zone. I don't know why.
Mm.
Yeah, but oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's cool. You have a
yeah.
lot of places to go
Yeah.
to receive you if you ever decide to come over here. Definitely.
Thanks. Yeah.
If if you do come, well, it's definitely gonna be better if you go to your family and they teach you like the real side of Mexico. Not the
Uh,
cartel side, not the cartel side,
yeah.
like the real side of Mexico, like like authentic street food, like authentic traditions. Because in Mexico City, there are a lot of things to do, but it's more like touristy stuff.
Yeah.
There are, if I'm not mistaken, like 100 museums in Mexico City. So like, you can see like you have something to do every day, like for like a whole 3 months, and
Oh my gosh.
always do something different. But like, there's nothing better than going to a pueblito
Oh
and
yeah.
spending time with the family. That's the best thing ever.
That is nice. I want to go to Tulum, to be
Uh,
honest. Tulum, like, I don't know if it's overrated because then it's so funny. They would show the hotel, it looks super nice, but then I go on Google Maps and I like go and look at it and I look around and it looks so bad. Like it looks like super poor. I'm like, what? Huh? But you
yeah,
just showed me like a super fancy, super nice, but then I go to the address and look around and it's like so, but no, I love like the Aztec culture. I'd love to see the what's the
pizza,
that Chichen Itza Chichen Itza?
the pyramid, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that. But oh my God, what is it called? The park where they have all the Aztecs, like the wait a second. Um it's called
That place.
no.
I'm not really good with historical places in Mexico. Like, that's one thing that I'm
Yeah.
barely learning.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to ask my mom. She always tells me about it. But
Okay,
yeah. Anyway.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Basically, you're Mexican, like, but at heart.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that. I hope so. Yeah, I hope people don't take offensively. But
I don't know.
yeah, it's really nice. I love like because at the same time, I like really, according to like, my birth parents, I am half Italian pretty much. But I never like I always wish that I got that special connection with Italian culture, but no, it doesn't even compare to the connection I have like with Mexican culture, like it's so nice. Um and my personality changes when I'm speaking in Spanish. I feel so much more like kind and sweet with my words, you know? So, yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, Spanish is so warm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In English, I'm more like confident, punchy, and like let's go, like kind of like less girly. I feel like yeah, I feel like in Spanish I'm more like a little bit more girly. In Mandarin, I think I'm even more girly,
Word. Oh,
which
I know.
yeah, it's funny.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's really funny how that changes.
All right. Are you a full-time teacher?
Yeah. Yeah, like since you mentioned this, this is kind of why I want to like really show the real me on social media because I think people see me as like I'm just playing around. I'm just like, oh yeah, English this, English. No, like this is for real. I'm really in this. I'm knee deep into this. I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out because I love it. My mom's like, oh, like what are you gonna do after this? I'm like, no. What do you mean after this? After what? Like die? Like because I'm doing this. Like, I'm doing this for a long time. And my student, she was like, oh, like I really hope that you don't leave. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. No, this is my thing. This is what I'm made for. And it just utilizes so much of my my secret spices, my talents and my passions. I got my creativity. Um, I also like as a kid, I just wanted to be heard and be seen. So that's what I do now is like I want to let people feel heard and feel seen, not be limited by their lack of self-confidence like a cage. I want to like get them free from the cage and um it's just so beautiful just like seeing that growth, seeing the progress and yeah, like we mentioned earlier, just my students have gone on to go into their dream school, like USC, got a scholarship from their university. This other girl at London got the dream job at a tech company. I'm like, let's go. That's it. That's the way to go. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So you're I guess knees deep, or I would say waist deep in this. Like, and this is
waist
something
deep.
like for the long run, right?
Mm,
And do you believe that because you're young and you're so, I guess, energetic on social media, a lot of people don't take you seriously?
yeah. Because I like to play around. I like to joke around. I like to be silly. And it is what it is. Like, I would rather be that rather than be a serious, boring teacher, because that's
Yeah,
not me.
I
Yeah,
love
that's not
your content. I love everything that
me.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Hey, thanks.
And I think that what you're doing is really, really good. I love
Thanks.
energy. Like you need energy. It's contagious. And I'm pretty sure that you're the same way in your classes and your students appreciate that. You're not like a old boring teacher, you know?
Yeah, come on. Like, we came here and we're gonna make it happen, and like, I won't make you regret it. I won't make you bored. This girl fell asleep in my class yesterday. I told her mom about it. I was like, I don't know why she fell asleep. She's like, no, no, no. Yeah, we've just been having a really rough week. Like, it's all of us. All of us in the family are super tired. So it's not you. I swear. I'm like, okay, okay, just checking.
Okay, okay.
That was so funny.
Do you give private classes or group classes?
Yeah, I've been doing like 90. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's okay, girl. I've been doing like majority private classes and one group class every week. I really wish I could do more group classes. I apparently am not good at promoting it. I kind of get lazy at promoting my services because I never want to like push that so much, but it's one of my dreams to have like more group classes. Group classes have been so much fun, especially when there's like the best group class I've ever had was like 7 people, and it was all of us really vibing because we all were like in sync. We all had like a vibe with each other. Of
Yeah.
course, we had never met each other in person, all of us from different countries, but like 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 all of us. It's not like no, uh, there wasn't a single person who was like laid back and not doing anything. All of us were in the conversation, debating, like, oh yeah, and this, that, and you know what? And then this is what I think, and oh, you make a good point, and this is what I also want to say, and da 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 da. I'm like, there you go, yeah, and love that vibe. I really hope I can get more of that because that's super great. But yeah, majority private
Yeah.
as of now.
But I feel like I'm kind of the same way. Like I don't like to push it so much. Obviously, I have to. I have to do it. I need students. Um, and I know that the people who follow me could benefit from receiving classes from me. So, I had to promote it, right?
Mm.
But I'm the same way. I just prefer to focus on the class part of teaching. Well, of course,
Mm.
right? It's just the teaching part, of course.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe hire somebody that could help me with like, do the promotion, do the sales, the marketing, all that stuff.
Mm.
And just give the classes. For me, I feel like that would be easier. And
Optimal.
I would like to
Yeah.
take that leap of faith maybe next year. Just somebody
Mm.
to handle the marketing, the sales side, and not just, give the classes and maybe create content, right? Maybe help with the
Yeah.
market. But the sales stuff, like, oh Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smarter. Yeah. Utilize our time better on what we really love to do because we're not here to be in sales. We're here to teach.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good, very good. All right. And well, you're a full-time teacher. Um, you teach mostly English.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Go ahead, go ahead.
And no, no, you're good. I also teach math and Spanish. And not only am I a full-time teacher, but I'm also a full-time student. So I do balance this with being a university student, still pushing it and balancing it all while taking care of 5 dogs. So we're we're surviving. We're pushing it.
That was going to be my next question. You're a full-time teacher and you're learning languages. And I didn't know you're also in college.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm getting business major. It's crazy, and this is why I love stopping people when they say I don't have time. Like, I get it. I get it, girl. I get it, bro. Like, it's all good. You know what, though? Like, everyone has the same number of hours and it's totally good, but let's be real and let's change our vocabulary a little bit. Instead of saying I don't have time, let's actually be real with ourselves and say I'm not making English my priority right now.
Bingo.
That's the truth. And that's totally fine. Like there's no judgment. Like it can be temporary. We're good. Like I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'm not gonna say, how dare you? How dare you make English your lower priority? Shame on you. No, come on. Come on. Everyone has a different life. So like I just hope people can stop saying that because I'm a victim too. Like I've said that as well. So like I'm not just trying to preach over here, but yeah, like just do as much as I can with the what I have. A lot of shifting, a lot of balancing. Like my Google Calendar has no white space. It's all like ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, like stacked. Um, I'm that's where I get my energy from is just like constant productivity. You know, yeah. So I know some people feel like, oh, you're so annoying, Hannah. Like you stop. Like, but no, I have my lazy days. I got my lazy days. I mean, everyone needs that. So yeah, it's all balance.
All right. I totally agree. I'm the same way. So I totally understand. So you teach English full time, you're learning Mandarin, and you're in college, and you have 5 dogs that you take care of,
Yeah.
and you're still making content consistently. So like people don't understand, like making content takes a lot of time. So you're doing all these things and you're not out here making excuses, right? I love that. I love that because I'm the same way, like the same thing that you said. I hate when people say I don't have time.
Yeah.
Or you just have one job and you don't go to school. You just have one job. What you mean? You just have one job and maybe like a little side hustle. What are
Mhm.
you talking about? Everybody can do it. But
Yeah.
um, like you said, it's just priorities.
Son las ganas.
Yeah.
So that's it. But it's okay. Like if rest is your priority, then go for it. Like just own it. And like you want to watch Netflix, then that means chilling out is your priority. Okay, cool. Like let's name it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. But don't be saying that you can't learn English because you don't have time. Just chose.
Yeah. Like don't even make that permanent statement because you just like made that. as a official like I can't. It's like a definition. It's like a written in stone kind of statement. No, like you can just make it more temporary. Like, okay, right now I'm just not feeling it with the English. Maybe tomorrow I'll check in with myself and see. Like, we'll take it one day at a time, but like wording, I think is crucial when we're talking to ourselves, talking to other people about like why we're not making the progress. And we don't have to always make progress every single day. Like it's a compound interest. I think like 1% better every day and like proud of what I already did and I can rest. It's all good. But like what do I want and why do I want it? And just let's go for it. Let's see what we got.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And well, I know you have a class very soon, so I'm gonna let you go. It was a
Mhm.
pleasure talking with you. I love your energy. I love your vibes, and thank you for, receiving this call with me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, Fernando. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start recording.